Well, TheatreSquared in Fayetteville is putting on Jane Austen's Pride and Prejudice, offering a new take on the classic novel. The show premiered on Wednesday and it will run through the first week of May. It was adapted by Amy Hershberg and Robert Ford and co-directed by Amy Hershberg and Chana Gold. This production is also in collaboration with the Fulbright Department of Theater at the U of A. 5 News reporter Claire Everbach spoke with actors and directors ahead of opening night.
At its heart, Pride and Prejudice follows Elizabeth Bennet, a young woman pushing against the expectations of her time. More than 200 years after Jane Austen wrote the story, questions about love, independence, and finding real connection still feel familiar.
She's trying to find a mate that she actually loves, a companion that she loves, which was pretty out of the box back then.
For actor Julie Cardia, that emotional honesty is part of what has kept this story enduring for generations.
Looking in a mirror and seeing the best of one another. So I think that is so relatable. None of that goes away.
Even in a role as iconic as Lady Catherine de Bourgh, Cardia says there's something new to discover each time the curtain rises.
Every single time I step on that stage, I get another chance to embody her. All of the ways that we are similar, but also different. It allows me to take on a new perspective.
The balance of honoring a classic and making it connect with today's audience was central to co-director Chana Gold's vision.
Care and attendance to what is amazing about the novel, and then also modernity and a sense of what makes it exciting and fresh and new right now.
Gold says Jane Austen was ahead of her time, using humor to critique the social pressures women faced.
She was funny, she made fun of the foibles of society, and she also brought to all of her novels this awareness that women didn't have a lot of choices.
She believes that tension between duty and personal fulfillment is part of what still resonates today.
Pursuing marriage while also trying to get fulfillment and actually have an intellectual life. Those aren't things that were really being written about then, and I think that's why it still feels very contemporary.
While many people know Pride and Prejudice from the screen, artistic director Bob Ford says the live story has a different energy.
The novel is, she's a genius. Movies, great. TV series, great, but there's nothing like watching actual human beings in front of you interact.
Ford says this adaptation brings out both the heart and humor of Austen's writing, while making sure that today's audience feels part of the journey.
We have found the moments in the novel and the threads and the subject matter of the novel that really speaks to today. We've adapted a lot of novels before, how to capture it and make it really work on stage and bring everyone along on this sort of emotional journey, but also find the wonderful comedy that is in the novel and make that work on stage.